but I did have to Google who they were. The I stands for intersex, and I'm like, oh my god, welcome to the party, drinks on me. But the A stands for asexual, and I'm like, wait a minute, why are you guys here? Right? Like, I would never ask anybody to leave Pride, but like, why are you here? Like, if you're asexual, couldn't you be just as easily lumped in with straight people? Like, why do we have to take you? I just feel like gay people have been through enough that we should now be expected to make small talk with these loser virgins, you guys. I'm not trying to be hateful, I'm just not really sure about this whole thing yet. I remain unconvinced. I just feel like if you're having no sex, it doesn't even really make sense why you're even in the same room as gay men who are having like 80% of the available sex. Like, if you're having no sex, you shouldn't be at a party where there's 2 bowls of healthy snacks and one of them has Prep and one of them has Molly in it. That is strange to me. Like, if you're having no sex, you shouldn't be hanging out with gay men. You should be hanging out with, like, my parents. I'm sure Ken and Peg would love to have you for game night. But in the meantime, stop terrorizing Pride. I'm glad you guys kind of went with that because not everybody has. I didn't know this, but like asexual people are real, and I found that out the hard way. They're real and they're very angry. I did that joke recently, and some woman stood up in the middle of the crowd and she started screaming, and she was like, "No! You can't say that! It's not funny!" And I was like, alright, I mean, like, you can say it's offensive. I think it's going a little too far, though, to say it's not funny. I mean, come on, there's some good lines in there. I mean, loser virgins may have been a little bit too far, but I mean, the rest of it's still pretty good. So she stood up and, like, she was screaming at me, and I had to address her, and I didn't really know what to say. But I knew what not to say because my first instinct was just to be like, okay, you seem really tense. You seem like you have like pent up energy, like, if only there was some sort of fun and free and easy way to release tension. But she didn't seem like she was in the kind of headspace where she'd be receptive to that. So I didn't bring it up. All I said was, you're doing nothing to disprove my point that asexuals aren't fun at parties. Oh, you're screaming at me at a comedy show? Well, please, come to every event I plan from now on until forever. You seem awesome. She stood up and she was screaming at me, and then she left and she demanded a full refund and got it, by the way. Yeah, I know, she got her $5 back. I'm like, you could have just found that on the street after the show. You didn't need to fight with somebody about it. But she messaged them and she demanded a refund, and then she found me online a couple of days later, and she was like, how dare you say this to me, a queer person? And I was like, well, if you listen to the joke, I actually don't really think of you as a queer person. She got really mad at that. But if you're wondering what her name, I got to find out her name, what her name was, though, because she messaged me, and no, all right, she wasn't some white woman named Karen, all right? She was a white woman named Kathleen, though, which is pretty close. I mean, just so you know, like, Karens have been around long enough that it appears they're now mutating into stronger variants. That's something to look out for. All right, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys ready for your